In the clinical studies that we have on the cancer studies, using doses between 200 and 400 milligrams daily, there were no adverse effects reported, so it appears to be relatively safe. Now, I mentioned that it antagonizes the androgen receptor, but there is also some research to suggest that it may influence the estrogen signaling pathway as well. And so that could potentially be dangerous, especially if you are taking oral birth control pills. It may actually, oral birth control pills, they do come with a small risk of an increased risk of blood clots. And if you are taking a supplement that may interact with the estrogen pathway, well, that could actually further elevate your risk of blood clots. In fact, there was a case report of somebody who did develop blood clots while taking a DIM supplement. Now, that individual had other risk factors for blood clots, namely, I think they were a smoker, and maybe they even had a history of cancer, which puts you at risk for blood clots, but it's something to have in the back of your mind as a potential risk, because this does interact with some of the estrogen signaling pathways. It could, in theory, put you at risk for blood clots. That is theoretical though. We only have that one case report. But because it interacts with the estrogen pathways and the hormonal pathways, it is contraindicated if you are pregnant, planning to become pregnant, or breastfeeding. So it's a no-go in those situations. And another important cautionary tale about taking DIM supplements is that from the clinical studies we have learned that it actually interacts with the enzymes that are involved in metabolism of medications. It can end up perhaps rendering medications you're taking ineffective. And the medication that comes to mind that I would worry the most about, that would probably be the most germane to people watching this video, is going to be oral contraceptive pills. This could, in theory, render oral contraceptive pills ineffective.